Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Danielle Daily, the last show of 2016. I'm so ready to take a break, and I know that once the new year rolls around, I'm going to be super excited to get right back to this. I have today's note to self for you. I have a little story for you, and as always, I love it when you guys comment. Please let me know that you're here by typing yes into the comments. It's been a really interesting, exciting day around here, but before I jump full head on into that, again, I'm Danielle Watson. This is the Danielle Daily Show. If you're joining me, please say hi in the comments, because now that I'm running the show through my Danielle Daily Facebook page, I don't actually know you're here unless you let me know. It looks like Michael Keck has joined us. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. I really appreciate you today. So today has been an interesting day. In fact, the last week or so has been very interesting, and as you guys know, I have been feeling so much stress and pressure because I've had so many things going on. It looks like Tammy Keck's here as well. Awesome, thank you so much. It looks like we have at least one other person here. If you're here, let me know that you're watching. I would love to say hello. Elena is here, yay! Yes, so it is freezing here in Northern Virginia today, and my mom actually bought me this scarf last year. I think I've only had the opportunity to wear it maybe once, maybe twice, but today it is so windy and so cold here. The only thing I wanted was something warm and fuzzy. And so I thought, even though I'm indoors, I'm going to wear this awesome fuzzy scarf for the show today because it just feels so good. And what better place to be than fireside today? This is the absolute perfect setting for today. I actually am going to have a really hard time ungluing myself from this fireplace because it's so warm and cozy. It feels awesome. It looks like Julio made it today. Yay. Okay, so some of you I know have been having a difficult time receiving the notifications that the show is live, and it looks like hopefully Julio did finally receive those notifications today. Please let me know if you're having any trouble. I don't know that I will be able to help you, but I will do whatever I can to try to help to make sure that if you do want to know when I'm going live, that you find out. I've actually sent a few personal messages to you guys who I know are regulars when you've had that problem come up, so please feel free to let me know if you're having any issues. So like I was saying, I felt so much stress and pressure the last couple of weeks, and I've talked about it a little bit and how I've tried to manage it with exercise. I've tried to manage it by drinking water and getting enough sleep and doing all the things I need to do to manage it. And so I've been doing a good job like relieving the pressure, but then it comes back. And I don't know if this is something you've experienced, but I kept trying new tools to manage the pressure, and then this morning I was on my way to yoga class because once again I needed to manage the stress so I didn't have a nuclear or toddler style meltdown where I throw myself on the ground and kick my legs and feet and scream at the top of my lungs. And I thought, what is it that's really bringing the pressure? Yes, I have many things I have to do, but we all have many things we have to do. And what I realized was that I was feeling so much under pressure because I have an idea in my mind of exactly when I want my book to be ready. There are so many last minute little edits and changes that need to take place, and in my mind, everything was going to be done by tomorrow. And it was going to be uploaded on Amazon. You're going to be able to buy it next week. And I'm still hoping that that's going to happen. But the truth is, it may not happen then. And that's really what's been stressing me out. The thought that everything might not happen at the exact time that I wanted it to happen. And so on my way to class, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to let go of needing that to happen. If it doesn't happen until next week, if it doesn't happen until the end of the month, it's going to happen at the right time. Nothing bad is going to happen if it takes a few extra days for my book to come out. Nothing bad is going to happen even if it doesn't come out until the first of the year, which, God willing, cross your fingers, it's not going to be that bad. But a couple of days delay is really not going to be the end of the world. And I know there's a quote out there somewhere where somebody said, is it going to matter when you're 80? And if it doesn't, then you can probably let it go. So I decided that I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep working with my author's assistant to make sure that everything gets done in a timely manner. But I'm just going to let go of the need for this to all happen by a certain deadline in my mind, because if it doesn't happen by then, I've done everything I can to make that happen. And if it doesn't happen then, It means that some force that is bigger and stronger and more powerful and more knowledgeable and more loving than me has other plans for when this is going to happen. And so the more I fight against that, the more miserable I'm going to become. And so I just decided I just don't want to feel like that anymore. I don't want to feel like I have to keep releasing the pressure because it keeps building up and building up and building up and building up over and over and over again. So yes, I am going to continue to work towards this. Yes, I still would love it if everything happened when it is that I want it to happen. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's, the kind of person that really likes things to happen on your timetable. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to keep working on it, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to cry about it. It looks like Elena says, yes, I don't get them. I get lucky seeing it pop up, or when you say the time, I check your page. Yeah, so Elena, I'll see if I can find a way to help you make sure that you receive the notifications, because I know you love to watch the show. So tell me, what's it like in your corner of the world today? Like I said, it's freezing here. It's really cold, and I've got a scarf on to try to kind of keep myself warm. I feel much better now knowing that, okay, I've let myself sort of off the hook when it comes to having that book done in time. It's so cold here that I actually have some Starbucks here. I have an Oprah chai latte because it's so cold. My poor little hand. So I'm just going to hold this while we continue with the show. So I do have a great note to self for you here today, but I wanted to remind you, if you watched the show yesterday, I said that I was going to be going on vacation. I'm giving myself a winter break, a Christmas vacation, something I haven't done in years. And yesterday it was so funny. It was one of those days, I wonder if this ever happens to you, where the entire day until evening, I thought it was Thursday instead of Wednesday. Has that ever happened to you, where you think it's one day and it's a different day? I don't know how that happened or what, time warp I fell into thinking it was Thursday and that today would be the last show. But, I said I would be here today and that I'd be gone after that. So since I already said it, I decided, hey, today will be the last show of the year, and I will take the day off tomorrow, and that will give me more time to work on the things that I need to get ready to go on vacation. And that's going to be fine. That's going to be no big deal. The world is not going to end because I didn't do every single show that I would have normally done this week. And sorry, I forgot to turn off the notifications on my phone, and so somebody's ringing me right now. So yes, so today is the last show of 2016. This has been an amazing ride. I think we are at 52 shows, and wow, I had no idea when I first started how many amazing people I would get to connect with here, how many stories I would get to tell, how many stories of yours I would get to read. This morning I woke up and I had 2 more comments on some of my videos on my YouTube channel, and if you haven't checked that out, while you're missing the Danielle Daily Show, go back and watch some of the past episodes. Don't go too far back. The ones are a little rough because we're learning, how to do this show and how to manage the technology and how to interact with people. But yeah, check out some of the past episodes. Please share them with the people this time of year, this holiday time of year, people are feeling a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. There's a lot of self-criticism going on about, whether people are getting done the things that are on their list, if they're enough, if they're providing enough of an experience for their family. And I think there's a lot of great content there that will help people just kind of realize that you can let yourself off the hook, and that inner critic that keeps piping up can just take a back seat. The whole idea behind the holiday season is to experience joy, to connect with people that matter to us, and all those little details that we get hung up on are really just not that important. So Tammy says, so why do we see a little Danielle reflection behind you? Yes, so that I'm glad you noticed that, because I noticed that as well. That drives me crazy. So if you notice in past episodes, I had the camera angled differently, so part of the wall behind me was showing so that we wouldn't have this reflection and glare right here. But I finally decided that it just looked a little bit weird to have that, and it's because of the material that the fireplace is made out of. It's like this really, it's like granite or something, so it's highly reflective. So I don't know how to have both the full fireplace effect and not have the little reflection of me. So I just made a decision that I could live with the reflection more than I wanted to live with having like half a wall behind me. Eventually, I would like to have, that somehow covered, but I honestly, I don't know how to do it yet. So it says, congratulations, this is your most commented on live video yet. Awesome, thank you guys, you did that. You just created the most commented on live video of the Danielle Daily Show. That's awesome. Julio says, I want to wish you all a happy 2017. Thank you, Julio. You are so wonderful, and I so appreciate you showing up here, and you always just add something that just fills my heart, makes me feel so good. And I wish you a wonderful 2017 as well. And I know that the other viewers of the Danielle Daily Show love seeing what you have to say too. Julio says, it's a holiday miracle. I think so. It's the holiday miracle that we have so many comments. Tammy Keck says, keep the fireplace. Well, I will keep the fireplace at least until next summer when it gets hot. And then I'm going to have to figure something else out. Elena says, I honestly think this baby knows your voice already. She always kicks about when I sit down to watch your show. And the next time you are live, our little bundle will be with me. I can't wait. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Awesome. I love the idea that your daughter would already know my voice, and that I'm hopefully already giving her that idea that you don't have to let that inner critic, that self-critical voice rule your life. And if I could contribute just a tiny bit to her growing up to be a confident, loving woman who doesn't feel like she has to let that voice in her head that was put there mostly by other people rule her life, or have her make decisions that are not in alignment with what she wants for her life and who she wants to be, that would be worth every single thing that I have gone through in life to be able to sit up here and talk about these subjects. That would fill my heart for years. Tammy Keck says, you too, Julio. Elena says, yes, hearts. So many hearts today. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. So I'm curious, what are your holiday plans? I'll give you the note to self in just a second, but are you traveling? Are you staying home? Are you feeling ready for the holiday? I know that giving myself a bonus day tomorrow where there's fewer things on my schedule feels really awesome and really spacious, because I have so many things that I need to do before I sort of wrap it up and go visit my family next week. There's just a long list of things. I know everybody has that sort of thing going on, but wow, the idea that I have just a little bit more time in my day is awesome. All right, so while you're typing into the comments what your holiday plans are, I will read you today's note to self. So with one hand you can type, and with one hand you can write today's note to self down. So here it is. It says, and this one I really wrote for me. This one I need to hear. It says, Dear self, what matters will get done, and what does not get done will not matter. Let me read that to you again. It says, Dear self, what matters will get done, and what does not get done will not matter. So remember what I said earlier. Some wise person out there said, if it's not going to matter when you're 80, let it go. And what day my book gets released on is definitely not going to matter when I'm 80. And who knows, maybe by it being released on a different day than I originally had planned, it'll become a bestseller, or maybe somebody who wouldn't have seen it otherwise will see it. We just don't know. We don't know what sorts of plans the universe has for us, or God, or whatever it is you believe in. We just don't know what that bigger picture plan might be. And if you're like me, you tend to want to go according to your plan, but when it's causing me this much distress, I figure it's worth letting go of, and hopefully somebody bigger and wiser and smarter and more loving than me has an even better plan that will knock my socks off. That's what I'm trusting in right now. Tammy says, looking forward to having everyone here and lots of yummy food. Yes, so much food, so much food. Elena says, everything happens for a reason. You're absolutely right. It's so uncomfortable sometimes to kind of pry our fingers off the steering wheel of life and remember that things do happen for a reason, and sometimes we just need to let ourselves be carried by the wave that we're on and stop trying to fight against it. It's not easy, but it's worth doing. And I look forward to a future edition of the Danielle Daily where I talk about how, oh my gosh, this is the reason all those things were happening, so that this happened in a different order than what I had planned, but it turned out even better than I could have imagined. And I am definitely looking forward to telling that story. So let me read you the note to self one more time, and then you guys can get on with your day. Please feel free between now and when the show comes back to message me, to leave me comments. I will still be watching. I will still maybe pop in from time to time. I thought about making maybe some little just little video clips of fun things that I'm doing with my family and places that I'm going and things that I'm looking. They won't officially be part of the show, but that way I won't have to miss you guys so much, because I will definitely miss you if I'm not, doing the show and we're not interacting. So I don't think I can put up with that until the new year. So you'll probably see me popping in here from time to time. Okay, so one more time, the note to self, write it down. I think this is a really good one. It was super useful for me. It spoke to me and what I needed to hear. And I love it when something like that really helps me also helps other people. So here it is. It says, "Dear self, what matters will get done, and what does not get done will not matter." And then I like to sign it, "Love me." So you can sign it however you like. Several weeks back, Elena actually wrote down one of the notes to self in her own beautiful handwriting and took a picture of it and tagged me when she posted it, and it was gorgeous, and it just made me so happy. So if you ever feel compelled to write down one of the notes to self and take a picture of it, please tag me. That makes me feel so good that something about that really spoke to you. And I just love and appreciate you guys all so much. I'm going to miss you so much, but I will be back here. The Danielle Daily Show is not going anywhere. I'm just taking a Christmas vacation. I haven't taken a Christmas vacation probably since high school. That's a really long time. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday season. If you need anything from me, please feel free to reach out. I'm sure I'm going to have all kinds of exciting news for you when I get back. I will definitely let you know the minute the ebook is ready to be downloaded onto your Kindle. I won't be able to help but shout that from the rooftops. This has been a labor of over a year's time working on this, and I'm really, really excited for you guys to see it. All right, I love you. I will see you again soon. Until then, have a great day. I have been Danielle Watson, and this is the Danielle Daily Show. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye.